Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. The Yankees beat the National League in the All-Star Game. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go!
It's New York Minute Sports.
Well, there you have it, folks. Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to visit the New York Nuts merch store. That's the beautiful blue link underneath the video. Well, who said that the New York Yankees couldn't beat National League teams? Who said that the New York Yankees couldn't beat the National League by themselves? And Cody Bellinger and none other than Ben Ariz, Ben Thrice, White, Brown, and Basmati Rice win the All-Star Game for the American League, and Cody Bellinger is the MVP, and also a great moment. His daughter's sitting with him. She's wearing sunglasses the whole time, just like father, just like daughter, and the New York Yankees. This is what I'm calling it. New York Yankees beat the National League single-handedly tonight, and that's why I'm doing what usually is the Yankees post-game show. What's going on, guys? Welcome to New York Minute Sports. But 4-0, National League can only conjure up 3 hits, 0 energy in this game, major snooze fest, non-competitive, and it's supposed to be a showcase of the finest talent all around Major League Baseball. It's not supposed to look like the Rockies against the Reds on August 31st. What did you guys think about the All-Star Game tonight? Because I think it's very indicative of the way baseball has been going lately. It's all pitching and no hitting. It's guys hitting .238 with no pop and nobody hitting for average anymore. And it's a boring style of baseball to watch. Let me know in the comments below, in this first half of baseball, whether you're a Rays fan, a Yankees fan, any kind of fan, shout out in the comments below. Is it fun to watch? The product of baseball, because all I see is strikeouts and home runs. No more small ball, no more singles, no more pop flies, no more suicide squeezes. Good defense, sound baseball, that's all out the window. Launch angle and exit velocity, and you can see it, and it's a glaring problem that Major League Baseball has right now, and that All-Star Game was awful. I mean, I sat through it just because I'm used to watching the Yankee game at this time. But if you're a fringe baseball fan trying to pick up baseball for the first time and you watch tonight's All-Star Game, I got a Bob Ross rerun you can watch that'd be a lot more exciting than the All-Star Game tonight. And you know what? All these announcers, they always go, and hitting's down all around the league because pitching's so good. You know what? I went into the Wayback Machine, okay? I was thinking about All-Star Games when I was a little kid. And in fact, in 1996, the All-Star Game was in Philadelphia, all right? So all the announcers say nowadays that the pitching is so good in Major League Baseball, right? So good that these guys are only hitting .250 for a reason. You're talking about Pedro Martinez, Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens, Curt Schilling. The list goes on and on of huge names in the 96 All-Star Game. So I put the 2 lineups together of this year's 2026 All-Star Game and the 1996 All-Star Game, which was also in Philadelphia, in the old vet, AstroTurf all over the place. Look at these lineups. Shane Langoliers, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Ernie Clement, Junior Caballero, Bobby Witt Jr., Brian Buxton, Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, Alvarez. That's if they're all healthy. Now listen to the American League. Ivan Rodriguez, Frank Big Hurt Thomas, Roberto Alomar, Wade Boggs, Cal Ripken Jr., Albert Bell, Ken Griffey Jr., Kenny Lofton. Now for the National League tonight, Drake Baldwin, Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies, Max Muncy, C.J. Abrams, Brandon Marsh, Andy Pages, Juan Soto, and Shohei Ohtani if they were all healthy. Now let's go over to the National League in 1996. Mike Piazza, Fred McGriff, Greg Biggio, Long Island's own, Matt Williams, Barry Larkin, Dante Bichette, you might know his son, Barry Bonds, and Tony Gwynn. So you might say, hey, Uncle Erik, listen, you're being an old fart. These guys were juice, all that stuff, all right? Let's take that all into consideration. Let's go down to the reserves, shall we? The reserve players, okay? So it must fall off a cliff, the talent in 96, right? Major League Baseball, like it does in the 2026 Major League Baseball. Let's look at the reserves for the 2026 All-Stars. Andy Rushman, Wilson Contreras, Nick Kurtz, Murakami, Ben Rice, Vargas. Let's see the other side. William Contreras, Hunter Goodman, Bryce Harper, Matt Olson, Luis Everez. Okay, let's go to 96. This is the bench. Edgar Martinez, Joe Carter, Jay Buhner, Alex Rodriguez, Chuck Knobloch, Mo Vaughn, Mark McGuire. How about the National League? Todd Hundley, Jason Kendall, Jeff Bagwell, Eric Young, Ken Caminiti, R.I.P. in the Bronx, Chipper Jones, Ozzie Smith, Lance Johnson, Gary Sheffield, and Henry Rodriguez. Oh, Henry from the Expos. Now, the reason I'm doing this is not to shit all over Major League Baseball right now. It's just to prove my point that these announcers are going to lie to you. And they're going to say that this pitching is so good. This pitching is so good. That's why the hitting's down. No, the talent all over baseball is down. And I know that the All-Star Game could be in a transitional period where these guys are young. Guys, there's young guys on that roster, too, that were playing in their, second or third All-Star Game. Do you know how many Hall of Famers are on the right side of the screen? Can you say the same for the left side of the screen? And this is what I'm talking about. You got to remember, even far back as 1996, baseball was the belle of the ball, okay? Now, growing up in athletics, you're talking about lacrosse takes a lot of the heat away from baseball. Kids are playing football. Kids are playing basketball rather than playing baseball because nobody wants to sit around with an endless time. There is no time frame for a baseball game. Sit around and watch a boring game. Now, if you make it more offensive and you get more runs and more hits, you might be able to bring in those fringe people. But now, with Major League Baseball trying to grow and having a looming strike right down the barrel, and they're playing their worst quality of baseball almost in the last 40 years. Look at the standings all over baseball. This is why you got to come here to New York Minute. Major League Baseball is running psyops on you and empty calorie excuses, okay? They're going to tell you hitting's down. Hitting's down because the talent pool is down in Major League Baseball. People want to play in the NBA, the NFL first. Hell, they even want to play in hockey now. And baseball has been phased out because now with social media and the human brain, the instant gratification generation doesn't like baseball. And what's the one way that we can do that? Is bring back the long ball, man. I'll tell you this. Say what you're going to say about the steroid era. And when I grew up watching baseball, I watched the tail end of the 80s before they were really juicing and the 90s. The product in the 90s was a lot better than what I'm watching now, man. Even the early 2000s of Major League Baseball, a lot better than what I'm seeing now. Nobody plays tough. Nobody throws inside. You don't see bench clearing brawls. Both teams get warned at the same time. They've taken the soul and the spine out of baseball, and that's why we feel like we're being gaslit by the New York Yankees, is because the fact that we watched and grew up watching a certain type of baseball, and the game in front of our eyes has completely changed. And what I think baseball needs is a complete influx of veterans that pass the torch. I've said it before on this program. Look at the 90s Yankees and their coaching staff. Mel Stoudemire, Zimmerman, Joe Torre, Leifer, baseball guys. Now you have teams like the San Francisco Giants going out and get the Tennessee Volunteers head coach who has no Major League Baseball experience. Then you guys have guys like Matt Blake, where the highest pitching caliber that he ever pitched at was in college, and he's only been a coach his whole life and not a Major League Baseball player. Now, you see what Nolan Ryan did for the organization of the Texas Rangers 10 years ago with their starting rotation, and they wound up winning a World Series because of it. There is an old school way to still play this game, and if you're happy with the product on the diamond right now, I don't know what to tell you, because that All-Star game was a complete and absolute stinker tonight. Hell, I was more excited watching the Home Run Derby, and that's borderline boring. And people were also paying $1,000 a ticket to see the All-Star game tonight. And I commented over on Instagram, that's NEWYRKMIN on Instagram, New York Minute Sports, is the fact that for $1,000, you could have flown down to Miami, seen the finals in the World Baseball Classic, and flown home that night for less money. And that's maybe what Major League Baseball needs to do, is mess around with the World Baseball Classic and maybe put it during the All-Star break. Or completely get rid of the All-Star game altogether. Look at the NFL. They play flag football now. I don't know. Maybe in 5 years from now, Major League Baseball guys will just get voted in. They won't play the game and just have a week off. Or they'll wind up playing softball like jock jams. But the All-Star game is done. The Yankees don't play the Dodgers until Friday, so we got a couple of days off here, and that's cool for me because I cover the New York Yankees right here on the New York Postgame Show every single night. So I'm getting a couple of days off, but no rest for the weary for you guys. And my New York nuts that watch New York Minute Sports all the time, I got the Report Card show coming out. I'm going to be giving grades to all the New York Yankees. Remember to hit your notifications. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, have you become a New York nut yet? For $1.99 a month, you get twice the show for half the dough. This week, Mike was sick. Sorry, we're going to come back next week with 2 episodes for you guys. The Monday Baseball Show. People are loving it, getting really good feedback. Also, all the T-shirts made during the show are made in the USA, just like yours truly. Go and visit the New York Nuts merch store. The beautiful blue link underneath the video. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Good night, Canada. Also, can you stop smoking your forest fires so I can go to the beach and get my bronze on? That would be great. Thank you. Bye. That's your boy.
So
He said he was.
Goodbye. That's my boy.